Alex Jones fell off the wagon over the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing.
Those people don't listen to me anyways, but they take little 10-second clips out of context. I know they do that. I just don't want Nick and my viewers to do that. I want you to listen to what I'm actually saying. Clearly, Epstein's Mossad. The CIA has asked Trump to cover it up. I think that's a no-brainer. The question is Trump involved? If he was, where is the evidence? So I haven't figured this out yet. And all I'm doing is stream of consciousness. What you get on my show is what I'm thinking.
So basically, Alex Jones has always been ostensibly an anti-authoritarian, but lately he's been just gargling Trump's nuts, just obsessed with supporting everything he does. All of these like raids into DC, he's saying are good. He's saying that he said like Palantir tracking people was good. He said that a war with Mexico would be a good thing. A full invasion of Mexico, he said he supports. This is a guy that got famous from protesting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. He got famous from saying that we faked 9/11 to go to war. He got famous saying that they're going to try to track us and do like whole registries on citizens. And now that that's happening, Alex Jones supports it. Why? Well, the reason why he supports it is because Alex Jones has always been an authoritarian. Stick with me for a second. Alex Jones has always supported authoritarianism. He just doesn't support liberalism, or more specifically, the concept of liberalism that's tied to civil rights. The reason why Alex Jones supports the current authoritarian regime is because Alex Jones is a white supremacist. It's pretty obvious if you pay attention to his positions in regard to racial issues. And I mean, this is a guy who like denies that racism exists on a fundamental level. And he thinks that when people talk about racism, or he claims that he thinks that when people are talking about racism, we're just trying to make white boys feel bad. He's been like a really big pusher of like for decades before the modern GOP is doing it, that any time that we talk about like the wrongs of the US's past, that's meant to like shame little kids. And that's never been the case. Another thing is Alex Jones has always claimed that we need guns to fight against authoritarianism. And now that we're in an authoritarian situation, he would pretty quickly say that anybody who's shooting at like federal troops deserves to get killed. I mean, that's just obvious. He would. And if you're denying that at this point, then you are probably a white supremacist authoritarian too. And you probably know it. So I expect if there's anybody who's commenting on here disagreeing with me, that you're intentionally lying for your political ambitions. So that's laying the groundwork for Alex Jones. Well, Alex Jones, while glazing Trump up for the last few months, failed to give himself an out on like anything. He's basically saying like Trump is like the person who's going to destroy the globalists. And so when Trump came out and called all of the dumb people when Trump came out and said all of the people who are talking about Epstein are dumb or they shouldn't be fans of his, it kind of broke Alex Jones's brain a little bit. For like the last, I think since the election, for the last like 6-7 months, since the election, Alex Jones has been basically sober on his show, as far as I can tell. Usually beforehand, he would have occasional episodes where he has this real deep slur, and he's talking like this, and he's just talking like this, and he's just I can't even stand this anymore. Like, that's like basically how he would talk. And then he got real serious, and he was just talking like this very consistently for like months straight. And after the Epstein thing, he talks to Nick Fuentes, and he sounds trashed. He sounds drunk as hell. And I can only assume that he's at a point in his career where he has already dropped all of the pretenses of being anti-authoritarian. And so he has no choice but to be pro-authoritarian. And since the authoritarians are currently pedophiles, he has to give himself he has to dumb himself down and give himself alcohol in order to not think about the fact that not only is he supporting authoritarianism, he's supporting a guy who may have been in charge or directly connected to a child sex ring, which is, I don't know if anybody knows this, but it's sort of Alex Jones's whole thing is accusing Democrats of being in charge of child sex rings where they kill children and drink their blood. And not to mention, that's a revamping of an old anti-Semitic conspiracy. But Alex Jones has to be drunk now because he knows all too well what he's enabling. And it's the exact type of evil that he's been ostensibly against his whole life, but I don't think his heart's ever really been in it. But I think there's something about saying something so many times that, saying you believe something so many times that you think that you do believe it. And I think now that Alex is being faced with this idea that, well, maybe he doesn't really care about child sex slavery, it's bothering him pretty deeply. And so he's drinking. He is drunk all the time now. He's at least drunk every time I hear him now. I don't watch InfoWars. I don't watch the Alex Jones show. Anybody who's curious about the right-wing media network and Alex Jones should watch or listen to the podcast Knowledge Fight. They basically go through 3 episodes a week, usually 2 or 3 episodes a week, and keep up with Alex. And they have a back catalog going back to 2017. So you can watch Alex go from, I don't know about Trump, to being his most devoted follower and not really caring about authoritarianism anymore.